Good morning, everybody. My name is Ben Stringer. I'm the associate pastor here at the Venues, and I want to extend a warm welcome to everybody who's out there and joining us today. Everyone, no matter who you are or where you are, is welcome to come and join us just as you are. This is a church rooted in love that wants you to be here and experience the teaching and the service and the community that we offer. In fact, that whole ethos, that whole idea is what is behind Philip's message today. It is an invitation to think about what Jesus is asking us, what he is inviting us to do. Is he inviting us to conform to a strict set of doctrine and beliefs, or is he asking us to experience him, to experience God, to live in love through community and service and friendship? So, I hope that you find it challenging in the best way possible, and I hope you enjoy the service.
Lord, I come, I confess, bowing here, I find my rest. Without you, I fall apart. You're the one that guides my heart. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Sin runs deep, your grace is more. Where grace is found is where you are. And where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. You're my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. So teach my song to rise to you. When temptation comes my way, when I cannot stand, I vote on you. 'Cause Jesus, you're my hope and stay. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. most gracious Lord. No tender voice like thine can peace afford. I need thee, oh, I need thee. Every hour I need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee. Who breaks the power of sin and darkness, whose love is mighty and so much stronger. King of glory, the King above all kings, who shakes the whole earth with holy thunder, who leaves us breathless in awe and wonder. King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would see my face, that you would bear my cross. You lay down your life, that I would be set free. Whoa, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. Who brings the chaos back into order, who makes the orphan a son and daughter. The King of glory, the King above all kings, who rules the nations with truth and justice, shines like the sun in all of its brilliance. The King of glory, the King above all kings. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would see my face, that you would bear my cross. You lay down your life, that I will be set free. Whoa, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. This is amazing grace. This is unfailing love, that you would see my face, that you would bear my cross. You lay down your life, that I would be set free. Whoa, Jesus, I sing for all that you've done for me. All that you've done for me.
I'm really glad you're joining us today. I've got my red on, ready for the Chiefs game this afternoon. Got my red socks and my red tie, and I'm just glad you're going to join us here for a little bit of togetherness before the Chiefs kick off in a little bit. Well, today we're talking about invitations. Jesus invites us to hang out with him, and I am really glad you're hanging out with us today. But in this song that the guys are going to sing, I want us to hear the invitation of Bill Withers in these lyrics. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. That's the invitation.
time in our life, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your need that you don't let. So lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Yeah, there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry. I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. And I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Well, thanks, Joey, Dalton, and Phil. One of my favorite songs. Well, on Wednesday, January 20, a new resident moved into the White House. It's been going on for a long time, hasn't it? Every 4 or 8 years, depending on the term and the election, a new resident moves into that house. Well, a tradition began 32 years ago of the outgoing resident leaving a letter for the incoming resident. It all started with President Reagan. January 1989, he was leaving the White House, and he thought he should leave a letter, or just wanted to leave a letter, to George H.W. Bush, the incoming resident and president. So he just grabbed a notepad on the desk there, and it was a notepad that had a cartoon of a turkey on it that had been drawn by humorist Sandra Boynton. And this is the letter that President Reagan left President George H.W. Bush. Dear George, you'll have moments when you want to use this particular stationery. Well, go to it. George, I treasure the memories we share and wish you all the very best. You'll be in my prayers. God bless you and Barbara. I'll miss our Thursday lunches, Ron. Well, today in our series, The Party of Life, we're taking the party to Jesus' house. The Apostle John leaves us a letter. We call it the Gospel of John. John chapter 1, beginning with verse 35. The next day, John, again, this is John the Baptist this time, was standing with two of his disciples, and as he watched Jesus walk by, he exclaimed, "Look, here is the Lamb of God." The two disciples heard him say this, and they followed Jesus. When Jesus turned and saw them following, he said to them, "What are you looking for?" They said to him, "Rabbi," which translated means teacher, "where are you staying?" He said to them, "Come and see." They came and saw where he was staying, and they remained with him that day. It was about 4:00 in the afternoon. The very first words from Jesus in John's gospel were in the form of a question. What are you looking for? It's a good question. If Jesus were to ask you that question, how would you answer? A lot of people are looking for President Biden to do different things. So what are you looking to Jesus to do? What are you looking for? During the course of Jesus' ministry, people looked to Jesus for various things. As his reputation spread all around the area, there were throngs of people that gathered around Jesus with all kinds of sicknesses. They were looking for healing. As his popularity spread, the religious authorities questioned Jesus' theology and orthodoxy. They were looking for a fight. As his fame circulated and his famine-quenching powers became the talk of the town, there were people who were looking to him for loaves and fishes. What are you looking for? What do you want? So what was their answer? I want a latte. Can you show me where the nearest Starbucks is? No. They answered Jesus' question with a question. Where are you staying? That's interesting to me. Question is asked, and the answer is in the form of a question. Where are you staying? It's almost like they were saying to Jesus, what we're looking for is just to hang out with you for a little while. Let's visit Red Robin. Red Robin is not just known for its good hamburgers, it's known for doing good surveys, hiring companies to do surveys that would affect their business and make life a little bit better. So they did a survey, hired a company to do a survey, and this is what the survey discovered, that 73% of kids and 70% of parents would like more opportunities to spend quality time together. 72% wish they had more alone time with their dad. And children were more likely to feel connected to their parents than their friends at a rate of 49% to 14%. Wow. Kids want to hang around their parents. Who would have guessed? Maybe this survey was taken pre-COVID. We might get different results if we took that survey today. I just want to hang around you. I just want to be with you. Maybe that's what your kids are saying to you. That's what these disciples were saying to Jesus. In answer to the question, what do you want? Well, we just want to hang around you. I wonder if we've lost that. Maybe we've lost the essence of Christianity is all nothing but just being with Jesus, hanging around Jesus. Where are you staying? They asked. And Jesus answered, come and see. Jesus invites them over. He doesn't ask about their doctrine, their theology, their beliefs. He just asks them to hang out. maybe that's what we should do. Maybe our job is not to quiz people on their theology. Maybe our job is not to ask people to make a pledge, to ask people if they know where they're going to spend eternity. Maybe our job is not to judge people according to their gender, their politics, their sexual orientation, their taste in tattoos or music, who they're going to cheer for in the Super Bowl in a few weeks. All Jesus said to them was, "Come and see." Now, somewhere along the line, I think Christians have abandoned this come and see approach to people. Maybe in Jesus we see this teaching. If we're really following Jesus, we're going to be like him. Our message is come and see, hang out with Jesus. Maybe the message is Christians, Christ followers, don't impose their views on people, they invite. Christ followers don't go to war with people who have different perspectives than they open the door. Christians don't lampoon, they love. If you look at a few churches' websites on the internet around town, you'll find different requirements about what it takes to be a member of that particular church, but there is a consistency there, and it has to do with a belief system, a theology, a doctrine. For example, one church says this: to be a member of that church, you have to believe and then belong and then become and then build. So the first requirement to be a part of that community is to believe. To believe what, I wonder? To believe the same thing that the church believes? Maybe so. But that's the requirement. Another church asks that a person affirms their doctrinal beliefs before becoming a member. But Jesus says, just come and see. And we'll look in another week at the second message that Jesus gave to the men who wanted to come and see, to hang out with Jesus. It was just a simple invitation to follow. Come and see. And he took them to where he was staying. They stayed with him a whole day. And as it turned out, they stayed with him the rest of their lives. Maybe that is really what it means to be a Christ follower, a disciple. Just a person who stays with Jesus, a person who all day long, the rest of their lives, just hangs out with Jesus. The word stay in John chapter 1 is the same word used by Jesus in John 15 and verse 4, where he says, abide, stay in me, as I abide, stay in you. Just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. Other versions of the Bible translates that Greek word as remain or reside or to live in. So the word abide is the language of home. To abide is to be at home. If I came to your house, you might very well invite me to, Philip, make yourself at home. So, what would you do if I made myself at home? What would you do if I put my pictures that I have on my desk on your coffee table, on your desk? What if I put the picture that I have over the fireplace in my office that you see there, the blue Oxford shoes with the cool socks? What if I put that above your fireplace? That's what I have in my home. And when you invite me to make myself at home in your home, what would you do if I actually did? If I put my feet up on the couch, start cutting my toenails, not that I do that at my home, but what if I did that at your home, if that's what it meant to make myself at home? Maybe Jesus is saying, be at home in me as I am at home in you. That word abide shows up 11 times in 11 verses in John chapter 15. John chapter 15 is a record of the very last things that Jesus said to his disciples before he was executed on the cross the next day. Last words are important. When Dad was dying, we knew that he was dying. We were very careful to record his last words. Words are always important, but there's something even more so about a person's last words. And these are the last words that Jesus said. And his last words focused around this word, abide. Abide. It's almost like to Jesus, it is job one. I look at this picture. You only had one job and messed it up. I wonder if Jesus looks at me. I wonder if Jesus looks at you and says to us, you only had one job. Stay with me, abide with me, hang out with me. And you messed up because sometimes we think our number one job is to perform. Our number one job is to reach some kind of a moral standard, but that's not what Jesus says at all. He said your number one job is just to abide, stay, remain, be at home in me. So Jesus says, abide in him. And then he says this, as the Father has loved me, so I have loved you, abide in my love. Abide in him, abide in love. Hang out with love. Where do you live? I live in love. I see love, I breathe love, I smell love. I live in the home of love. Then we go to John chapter 15 and verse 10. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. A lot of people say, well, there you go, Philip. Say it is about rules. It's about performance. It's about keeping the commandments. Well, not so fast. Look what Jesus says in verse 12. Well, this is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. It really is about love, isn't it? It really is not about a moral standard. It's about always abiding, always being at home in love. It's about love. I am to live in the house of love all day. Does anyone beside me hearing in their mind right now, Amy Grant and Vince Gill singing the house of love? Man, that's the tune. That's the atmosphere. We're to be at home in Jesus all day, at home in love all day. So the party of life is a life of abiding. And the word abiding is a word of presence. It's a word of atmosphere. It's a spirit. What is the spirit of your home, the atmosphere of your home? Is it bright or gloomy? Is it happy or grumpy? Is it refreshing or depressing? Is it tranquil or is it tense? What is the atmosphere in which you live? Each resident of the White House brings to that house their own atmosphere, their own spirit, their own presence. This is Sarah Polk. She looks like she brought a pretty gloomy atmosphere to the White House, doesn't she? Looks like she woke up and it's Monday morning. Well, anyway, Sarah Polk was the 12th First Lady. She was the wife of the 11th President, James Polk. Sarah was a devout Presbyterian, and she banned dancing, card games, and hard liquor from the White House. She looks like she could have used a little bit of that. Well, this is Chester Arthur, not Chester Cheeto. Although they do have a similarity. Chester Cheeto is a party animal, and Chester Arthur is a party president. When he moved into the White House, he turned that place into a bright party place where good liquor and delicious food and popular music became the rule. So let me close with this question. What is the atmosphere of your home? What's the spirit of your home? But let's expand that from the four walls of your house to your life. What is the atmosphere of your life? What is your spirit? What is your presence? Abide in the atmosphere of Jesus. Live in the presence of love. And each moment, Let's all consciously choose to live in that atmosphere. Hey, if you have any questions about this teaching today, or if you have any insight into this text, we would love to discuss that with you. So at 10:15, we're going to have on Zoom a class called Go Deeper. I really do hope you will join us for that.
Hi, friends. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the message. If you'd like to learn more or get connected, you can go to thevenues.org/connect. You can fill out a welcome card there, or you can submit any prayer requests that you have. Please make sure to download our Church Center app or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You can also utilize our website to see all that is up and coming and any events that we'll be hosting. As always, we're still doing tons in the community. So if you'd like to support the venues, please go to thevenues.org. And you can make a one-time donation there, or you can sign up for recurring giving. So enjoy your week, and we will see you next week.